Hey everybody, welcome back to day 3 of the 10 days of business strategy. My name is Zara and I am the founder of a company called Queen of Things. And what we do is we provide strategies and give you business strategies and digital strategies on how to basically win in business, especially if you're an entrepreneur. So this is day 3 of a 10-day series that I'm doing on Facebook Live, only here on Facebook Live, called 10 Days of Business Strategy. So the first day we talked about business goals and product goals and how to avoid goal killers. Also talked a little bit about personas and talked about how you could basically get on the right foot, being that it's the beginning of 2018 and we always want to start off the year right. So day 3, we're talking about defining your customer persona. So personas are one of my favorite things to talk about, favorite things to actually get down and dirty and do, because you really get a sense of, once you start defining them, who your customer is and who you want to go after, who you want to target, whether it's with your actual business or with your product or service. So understanding who your persona is really key in helping to decide where you go with your business. So today, I'm not just going to talk about how to develop a persona, but I'm going to actually walk with you the steps on building a persona. And so showing you how I personally would build a persona. And so I've talked a lot about personas, but some of you may not even know what a persona is. So what is a persona? A persona is a fictional character that represents your user, your either best customer, your sometimes they call them your customer avatar. It's your user base. So you can have a persona as a business, but I would actually challenge you to go dig deeper and get personas based on your products, right? So you can have a business, let's say a tax and accounting business, but maybe one of your products is your, end of year tax service. So really focusing on who's the person that you want to go after, who's the person that would most be a benefit from your particular either product or your services. That's who we're going to talk about. And the importance of building the persona is, once you get a sense of who you're talking to and who your audience is, you get a sense of how to build your persona and how to market it best to them so that they understand the benefits that you can provide and the value that you can provide, right? So if you have a tax accounting business and your persona, or maybe you don't know your persona, but you're just going after everyone. Well, 18-year-olds that don't have businesses and, really are probably on their parents' tax returns aren't really looking for your business. They're not really looking to seek out a tax accountant or a tax professional. So we really want you to focus, especially in your advertising or especially in getting feedback and insights on how to make your products better. If you want to redefine, what you're actually selling or your services, we have to get deeper into who you're actually going after and what they care about. And once we understand what they care about, you can tailor your product or your service to the things that they can provide. So it's really incredible. It's a really great thing when you can do it well. And the best part about it, and a little bit of what we'll talk at the end, is then how do you gain insights to make your business and your product better. So that's the importance and why they're so critical to develop personas. So we are actually going to build one. So I got paper today. I know it's pretty bland in the background, but I have paper today and I'm going to show you how to build your persona. So the first steps in building a persona, and I would hope that you would get some pen and a piece of paper, is I want you to draw a picture. So here's mine. I have 4 quadrants, right? And usually what I would do is I would take a Sharpie and I want to draw a line down the middle and draw 4 quadrants. Technical difficulties. Clearly I didn't give myself enough room to do this. So let's see, down the middle, and there we go. So in this first quadrant, I want you to build a pretty picture, right? So right here, boop, boop. Or on your side, it may be different. And I'm gonna draw my persona. So my persona for Queen of Things will be her name. We're gonna call her Shawnee. Shawnee. And she is a woman with curly hair, lots of curly hair. And she is an avid professional. She's a business professional that wants to start her own business. So she's got pearls and yeah, and little high heels. She likes high heels. So this is my Shawnee. Woohoo! That's what my Shawnee girl looks like. Okay? So this is my Queen of Things persona that I'm building. So give her a name, or give your persona, it doesn't have to be a woman. Give your persona a face and a name. You guys like that? I'm such a good artist. Okay. So next steps after you build and you've drawn your persona, and just to let you know, again, this doesn't have to be like, you don't have to get a graphic designer to do this. You and your team could literally sit in a room for 30 minutes and just start thinking about it. And you want each individual person to build what their perspective of the persona is, you know, based upon whatever you're doing, right? So again, that's mine, Shawnee, her name, and a picture. That's all I want you to do. Name and a picture. So in the second quadrant, and actually I'm going to change it a bit. That's the third. In the second quadrant, I want you to write down details about Shawnee. So down here, I want you to write, like, I literally be specific. So her ethnicity, I want to know where she lives. In particular, I want to know where she lives, or he, you know, if it's your persona, if it's a guy. So for me, I'm going to say Shawnee is an entrepreneur, or she actually wants to be an entrepreneur, right? So today she works a 9-to-5 job. She wants to quit her job and be an entrepreneur. I'm also going to say Shawnee wants to own her own boutique. Okay, so Shawnee loves clothes, she loves fashion, a little bit about her, and she lives in Detroit, Michigan. Some more demographics about her is she sews, right? And Shawnee has a family of 2. She has a husband and 1 child. So I'm writing all this down, sorry. So again, we're building personas today. So we're literally taking the first quadrant, you drew a picture of your persona. So the person, your best customer, the person, the ideal person, the person you see in your mind that would love your services, that just couldn't get enough of what you're trying to produce. So draw a picture of them, give them a name. First quadrant. Second quadrant, tell me about the person. So I think it's backwards. You guys can tell me if the lettering is backwards, sorry. So like, just tell me about her. Tell me about her. So my girl, Shawnee, she has a 9-to-5 job. She wants to quit her job and be an entrepreneur. She really wants a boutique. Like, she loves fashion. She wants to start her own fashion company. And so that's part of her. She lives in Detroit, Michigan. She's a sewer. So she's a seamstress. She sews. She loves everything clothes, right? She's just tired of this 9-to-5 job. And she has a family of 2. So it's her husband, and well, I guess that would be a family of 3. So it's her husband, and they have 1 child. So this is again, we're building our personas. I want you to know a little bit about who is going to be your customer. I want you to get specific. This is not going broad. We want to get down and dirty to who you're going after. I want you to see them. I want you to visualize them. I want you to build who they are, right? So we're building a bear today. All right, so that's second quadrant. In the third quadrant, I want you to list the needs of your persona. So, persona. So third quadrant up here, what are the needs? Like, what does Shani need? So if I'm going after entrepreneurs or starter entrepreneurs that want to quit their 9-to-5, they're tired, they want to own their own business, they want to pursue, everything that entrepreneurship has to offer, they want to have their own hours, they want to be able to be their own boss, right? So those are some of the needs. They want to be their own boss. They want to be own boss. So write it down. Be own boss. They want to start an org. And I'm going to say they don't know how. So they want to figure out, how do you start a business? And really that's a goal. So maybe I'll say that for later. And then other needs. So Shani, she wants to not only be her own boss, but she wants to set her own hours, right? Set her own hours. She wants to build what she wants to build, right? She wants to have, I'll say this, and this is really terrible, work-life balance, right? She wants balance. She wants to enjoy her job. So anyways, you could start, again, you could put whatever you want to down here, and you can, I'll do it on this side. And again, just talk about the needs of your customer, or who you think your customer is. What is it that they want? What is it that they need? What is it that would allow them to, like, again, for me, it's this starter entrepreneur. This entrepreneur is just starting out. They don't know much. All they know is they hated their 9-to-5. And they want to make some money and make some money quickly so that they can support their children and their family and themselves. But they want, at the end of the day, to have some fun. Shani, she, wants to enjoy her job. And that's really what, my persona wants. So, okay, we started out. First quadrant, right? We drew a picture of our persona. We named the persona. Give this woman or man a name, right? And then after that, we moved on to the second quadrant. So the second quadrant is just details about who this person is. So description, I want to know where they live. Like literally tell me the city, the state, the country. Tell me about them. Like what kind of personality? Are they energetic? Are they fun? Are they, does she like to get her nails done? Or does he like to get his hair cut every week? Is he always at the barbershop? Tell me all about your persona. And then in the third quadrant up here, I want to know the needs of your persona. So what is it that they need? Why isn't it that Shani can't start this job now? What is it that she needs in order to be a successful entrepreneur? So fourth, right down here in this fourth quadrant, I want you to talk about the goals of your persona or your customer. So what is it? And goals sometimes and needs can go hand in hand. So one of the things I talked about is my persona needs to know, how do they start a business? Maybe she knows nothing about where to go and to file a business license. Maybe my persona doesn't know, does she need just an LLC, or what's the LLC versus the S Corp, and what are some of the tax implications? Like, is she afraid? Like, so does she need to get over her fear of becoming an entrepreneur? So tell me about the needs of your persona. So those are the goals, the goals of your persona. So some of the goals is even she wants to make, or replace her income. So you want to know, okay, Shani wants to quit her 9-to-5 job, but she's kind of fearful. But in order to do so, she needs to make $50,000 in a year as an entrepreneur. So those are the type of things I want you to write down in goals. So she wants to make money. her goals. She wants to have a brick and mortar, right? Because I told you earlier, sorry, I'm writing things down. So I told you earlier that Shani is really into fashion. And so she's really into fashion. She knows she wants to be an entrepreneur. She wants to do something with it. She probably wants to own a boutique or some sort, but she wants to do something. She wants to sell some clothing. She wants to do something, but at the end of the day, her goal is to make money. She wants to enjoy her job. She wants a brick and mortar. You know, so these are some of the things like of my persona, right? So if I built a persona around Queen of Things and I wanted to go after a very specific customer, a very specific avatar, this is one of the persons that I would build. So today we're talking about defining and developing your customer persona. So if you have a business or you're interested in entrepreneurship, one of the things, or even if you're part of a large organization and you have a project or you have a product that you're responsible for, understanding your customer and understanding the person that would benefit the most out of the things that you're providing, either the strategy or the service or the product, is really key in building a successful either business or product or service or whatever it is, a physical product. So you really have to understand who your customer is. Most people like to go broad, but I'm finding that being very niche and very specific in the person that you want to reach is key, right? You really want to focus on your very specific customer, because once you do that, you get to this, and then we don't stop here, right? So after you built your persona, and you like my pretty picture, you put it big and visible on the wall. You look at it, and the next thing you do is you do what's called customer insights. So this is, while it's a fictional person, we had somebody in mind, and now what you need to do is go validate that this truly is your customer. So for me to validate that this truly is my customer, I literally would start doing some research. So one of the things that I do probably on a weekly basis is I go and see, who are the people that are following me. And so some of the things that I know about the folks that follow me or watch my videos or are interested in my blog, I have a very interesting part. I have like a 50-50 split. So the majority of the folks that follow me are actually women, but there's like 43% or even more than that are men. So while, yeah, Shani is one of it, I can't turn it around, Chris. Well, kind of. Maybe you guys can see it now. While Shani may be my, one of my personas, there may be another persona that I'm not even touching, and that would be men, right? So you really just want to, focus on the one, and there definitely may be other personas. It's very possible. And once you get deeper into your business, you could definitely see who they are. Yeah, you could see it now. That's interesting. I can't believe it came through because it's a permanent marker. But anyways, so now you can see it. So thank you for that. And so I really, again, want you to focus on the one first. So once you get one down, I want you to go out after that, and you'll do a process called customer insights. So I will talk a little bit more. I'm going to stop here, answer any questions that you may have, because tomorrow I'm actually going to talk in depth about how to develop and how to get customer insights. And at that point, I want you to have 3 to 5 people that you've identified that are your persona. So do this like we've done it in 20 minutes. We built our persona. Do this 20 minutes, spend the 20 minutes, find out who you believe your persona is, and then we're going to go validate that that truly is your customer. So you identify 3 to 5 people that you think that would talk to you. You may have to grease their palms a little bit, $5 Amazon gift card or Starbucks or whatever it may be. I find that works too. Or if you have just some really good friends that you know at some point would utilize your services or your business, you can also get on the phone with them. 10-minute conversation, and then tomorrow I'll help you build out what those interview questions would look like, because we want to keep them very open. You don't want to be very specific. You want them to tell you and give you what's called insight and help you to ensure that these things are validated. So I'll definitely go in depth, and I'll keep my little persona lady, Shani, my girl, and I'll make sure that we can develop some interview questions around and insight questions for Shani to validate that she truly is your customer. And what you do after that validation is you go back and you adjust your persona a little bit if you got something wrong. So maybe Shani tomorrow isn't a 9-to-5. Maybe she already quit her job. And maybe she's just ready right now. She's quit and she's just trying to figure it out, and she's not doing so well in entrepreneurship, but she knows she can succeed and needs some help and some good strategies. So again, tomorrow we'll talk more about it. But you guys have any questions? Because if not, that's it. Hey everybody. Hey Penny. Oh, yeah. Look, this is the second time this happened. We'll have to get this fixed. All right, you guys, we'll have an awesome day and evening, and thank you so much for hearing me out. Again, we just talked about defining your persona. And so this is a 10-day series talking about business strategy and how to build your business and the things that you'll need and the tools and the strategies you can use either in digital or marketing strategies. So please tune in. If you haven't already, like my page, facebook.com/Queen of Things. Also, you can subscribe on queenofthings.com to my blog, and I'll provide you a lot more insights in your inbox. I don't overdo it though. I hate getting a ton of emails from people, so you will get the things that I think you'll need, and it'll be consistent, but it won't be overwhelming. So thanks again. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and thanks you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, have a good night.